Angie. I'm saving the best for last. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yep,
Hi.
I can see and hear you. Hi.
Oh my gosh, I have so many 30-minute appointments today. And when something goes wrong or somebody's late or there's like an audio issue, I only have 3 minutes in between sessions. And so it's like, bop, 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 bop. And so it keeps it going all the way down. So with that being said, I love the colorful stuff. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, cool. We have 30 minutes. Let's rock it. I'm sorry. Now I'm just like all interested in what all your tattoos say because this is like what I want one day. I don't see if I can be not a big enough puss to get it. So with that being said, number one, it's just going to be me. Obviously, one of the things you'll notice is that whenever I do channel, I don't really look at you. I'm going to be really staring at this fun light. Otherwise, my ADHD is real and I will get distracted by all the colorful and all the stuff like that. Okay. The other thing too is whenever we're channeling, what really happens is remember that we're asking somebody's soul. Sorry, I'm kind of like moving everything around. We're asking somebody's soul to come through. We're saying, hey, I want your consciousness to show up. I want you to use her love, which is you, but I want you to hop in her body and I want you to use her thoughts, her feelings, her emotions, to tell me a story of what your life was, what it is, and what you see now. So we have to do this with honor. We have to do this with grace. We also have to remember that not everybody talks the same. So some spirits talk with more words. Some spirits talk with more feelings. This person is going to talk with words. This person is already here. This person let out a big sigh, which for me goes on to where he could be a smart ass though. This person can be a smart ass in a great way. And so we'll get into that as well. So what they do is they talk in signs and symbols, feelings and emotions. They put me in different situations or scenarios that either happen to them, happen to you, or will happen to you. And the last thing is that I get words and phrases. All I really need you to do, like I said, is to tell me, heck yeah, Amy, that makes sense, or no, it doesn't. And then if you have any questions, just ask. Okay, just ask. But my mind is like a squirrel. And so I lose focus. I was letting you know, I was being very honest. Hold on one. Talking about this person over here. Hold on. Like they're having he's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Just like asking stuff like that. I wouldn't say that he's high vibration or whatever we want to call it. Definitely kind of in this middle area because we are nice, but we can be a little bit snarky. There's not this whole massive feeling of love. It just kind of feels like a guy that walks into a room. That's kind of just what it feels like right now, which is interesting. Very like normal. On talking about you saying wouldn't let me talk to her, wouldn't let me talk to her. It's interesting because he talks about how the feelings of, I just pulled up your appointment and I just stared at it, but he makes, that's what that is. Okay, so let me show you what I got on my spirit box not a second ago, like an hour ago. So I got an interesting thing and I think this is from him. So he was talking about, you have a daughter, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, are they 9 or 10 perhaps? How old are they?
13.
13 now. Okay. So there was something they were talking about a girl. Okay. So going on that, they were talking about just the age of them, but it was weird because they said the number 9. But the other thing that they were saying, because I had like 3 minutes extra, I was waiting for somebody to show up. And so there was a guy that was hanging out here with me and he kept talking about coming in. He was a lower vibration. I thought it was the guy that did a lot of drugs, but it wasn't. But he kept talking about how when he comes into the room, it wasn't just him. It was also, I hate this word, it was also his demons, which means his like heavy stuff. And I go, and I'm getting this in my head, and I go, can you please tell me more about this? Oh, you can't see. It said demon.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think this is this person because he's been hanging out and waiting for a long time.
He's been waiting since our last session because he interrupted our last session. He's been waiting like 2 months.
I know. No, it's been a while. So what's going on with, hold on, tell me. I don't think he actually listens to you. I think he just sits here with you now all the time. But why? Have you like been talking to him more and like trying to make him like come in more? Like what's up with that?
I reached out to someone else to help ease his soul because he
Okay,
was
yeah.
really bad last time.
Yeah, he was very bad last time. He's not nearly as aggressive, but God, what's the best way to describe him? He kind of feels like the attitude of like Johnny Knoxville from Jackass. Like that's the best way I can, kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm here, snarky type of thing.
Yeah, that's how he is.
Yeah, okay. That's odd. Not that, but just that whole image. He says that he doesn't particularly care for her. Who is that? Who is she?
That's my stepsister.
Oh, okay. He's like, what is she? What is she doing here? Why is she here? I'm like, that's probably your best friend. He's like, no, they're stuck together. And it's the stepsister. That's why. He says that, what? Did she not get to know his lovely face very well?
No.
Not at all. Okay. He says, this is, and I quote, she didn't get to be graced with seeing this lovely face. That was that. And I go, oh, okay. He says that, what? What about her? He just got a spoon. Best way I can describe it, got a spoon and flips it. And I was like, what is this? Did you like notice physical things happening in your house? I don't think you did. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So like maybe he's trying to do this more. One. Hold on. She's not married though. She's actively dating somebody though.
No. Nope.
Weird. Is she texting somebody right now? Like, is she talking to somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what he goes like this. He says, oh, you see? Yeah, she texts. Tell her it's not going to work out, sweetheart. That's all he said. That's why I was like, is she dating? Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to like drop this news, but no, it's because you're messaging him. So he's like cutting it off at the pass. He says that, yeah, welcome in. Hi. Hold on. Fix these fucking losers like me. That's what he says. I don't think she does. I'm not saying that. That's him. Okay. We all pick losers, including me. I've done it before too. He says that one. I forgot how dirty he was. Has it really like only been like oh my God. He says, if I'll just keep quiet, he says, I'll go and stand next to this wall. He's like, as long as I can keep like seeing this and staring at this. So he's talking about you. What about her? Is this the one that you had his socks in the drawer? No, weird. There's something about, I wonder if that's my next one. There's something about they're talking about socks in the drawer. And that's why I was like, what? Hold on. What, bud? What? Has your daughter like talked about feeling really light? Has she talked about feeling better and like not being so oppressed or something? Has she been feeling?
She started therapy today.
Oh, good. He goes like this. He says, yeah. This is the exact word/feelings. Yeah. She's getting lighter. She's a lot lighter. She's feeling a lot lighter now. That's good. That's good. Oh, hands off. Hands off. That's what he's saying. He's talking about him. He's talking about just staying back there. So he's like in a corner in my head. One. He thinks you are so hot.
Aww.
He thinks you are so hot. He's a little dirty in a great way. And if I had any idea what it felt like to be like a sexual 40-year-old man, this is what it would feel like. It's very odd. He says that it's so weird. I don't even have a uterus right now. Like this, I don't have hormones. This is not a thing. The way he just made me feel is odd. Would he be like 39? How old is he?
No, he would probably be like 45 now.
45. Okay, okay. He says, why are you making me older than I am? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't think you're in your 30s. It's because he is. This stupid guy. So what? What? He feels lighter, which is nice. He just
Good.
feels funny and sarcastic though. So
Yes,
tell me about
that is
her.
him.
Yeah, he's don't let me go back there. Don't let me go back there. I said, what would make you go from did this other person you talk to like tell you to do a lot of rituals or something?
Uh, I mean, me and her do rituals all the time.
You do rituals. Okay, this is what he says. I said, why are you lighter? What's going on? And he goes, oh, yeah, what? He's like, do you think all those rituals and stuff are going to do it? He's like, what do you think? Like blowing smoke or something? What do you think that's going to do for me? And I was like, I don't know. What do you mean? And he's talking about like, it's made, you do like a circle. Wait, so you talk about like the circle of protection and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. He's talking about how you have that or you do that and how he tries to step over the line. And I'm like, okay. And there's something about that. There's something about that. Oh, my ear itches. So what? He's making up. So you must give her a lot of like, you're an old soul compared to her. This is very interesting. He's talking about like you are giving her dating advice or like relationship advice and he's talking about oh it's like the pot calling the kettle black and
Oh my
that, again
God.
it's like this snarky funny thing. He says that you are an old soul though. It's funny in a good way. What? Fresh meat? What do you mean fresh meat?
Oh.
No, hold on. Who are you with now?
Nobody per se.
Oh, this is, you want me to tell you what he said?
Yep.
He says, I watch you banging one out.
God damn it.
And that,
He's not
and I was
allowed to
like,
hang around me.
he is, he's in the corner though. He's in the corner though. He says, I'm so sorry. He goes, he says, like, he says, yeah, I see that. I watch her banging that out. And I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, what do you mean? Are we like working with a hammer? And he,
Nope.
no, we're not working with a hammer.
Nope.
He says it's very insulting to him. He's interesting. He's very tall in my head today. He's very tall in my head. And I know he wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I know. Are you going to make yourself that tall? Was he like 5'9"? How tall was he?
About 5'7", 5'8".
7, 5'8". Okay, cool.
Maybe.
He says he goes like this. I'm 5'11", almost 6 feet. And he goes, well, not as much as you. He says, but I would say like 5'9" on a good day. And I'm like, okay, so
lies.
Okay, I know. I just want him to wear like dad tennis shoes. Wait, so tell me what? Apparently she watches TikTok and apparently she doesn't make any content or videos or anything like that. And I need you to start doing that or something. And I have no idea what that means. And she, are you on it right now?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok right now.
Are you really? Sorry.
I'm so glad you
It's
were here.
Oh, were you telling her about the craziness that he does? Like how intense it can get? Oh, only reason. So he goes, He says, like, I don't know how much like psychological thriller bullshit you can get. So maybe there's like a lot of psychology stuff that comes up, or like, I don't know, that comes on hers. I have no idea. And
Yep.
and he's talking about, yeah, I see you doing this, which is fun. He says that nice to make your acquaintance. So let's ask about, he does like that. So tell me. She does not have that there. Stop. He's talking about tattoos. He's talking about no, you're gross. Stop. Oh, my screen just did something weird. That's odd. Did they like go down on?
No, that's my newest one though.
That's why. Oh my God. Wait, you didn't
Yeah,
have that with me last time?
No, I just finished this one.
Oh my God. Wow. This is what he goes. He goes like this. He goes, yeah, it goes down. And I go, okay. So he's probably mentioning, he's talking about this. So no, so that's exactly what I want. Okay. One day. That's cool. What?
Thanks.
You're welcome. You have a guy artist, not a girl artist that does it?
Girl artist.
It's a girl artist. Okay, my bad. He's talking about having this feeling of like, ooh, and so I'm like, okay, male. He says that, come back here. So what are you doing now? Do you see your daughter? Tell me about her. He says he tries to like not get in her energy because he's like, whoop, sorry. He's talking about her walking around and him being like, trying to get out of the way, almost like, excuse me. That's fun. It's like having like this little kid and being like, oh, sorry, like that. That's what he just showed me. Tight spaces, tight hallways for some reason. I don't know. He's talking about like moving around. He's saying, apparently you don't feed your kids cereal enough. And I have no idea why that would be a thing.
I don't either.
You don't? Okay, yeah. I'm like, has no idea. Hold on, weird. Does she eat breakfast when she goes to school? Like
Yeah.
at school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I go, what do you mean? He was like talking about like not having breakfast at home. She eats breakfast at school. And I'm like, okay. And he's talking about like, I would sit there. Interesting. He used one of my things that I do with my son. Hold on. What? So tell me. You're a weirdo, not you, him. He says, I don't want her to be quote unquote a weirdo like her mother. And I'm like, no, she's not. He's talking about you. He's like joking. He's just saying, I said she's beautiful and fabulous.
Jack Black energy.
Yes. Or the guy from do you remember watching the Wedding Singer movie a long time ago? Or sorry, no, I lied. Wedding Crashers. It's not Ewan McGregor, or not, the guy with the nose. It's the other guy. I don't know what his name is, but like, this is what he keeps reminding me of. He says that he has so much anxiety. He would have so much anxiety.
Yes.
What do you do
and he has really bad ADHD.
Yeah, that's why he goes everywhere. This is probably why he vibe together really well. Talking about he doesn't know where to put his hands. This is weird. He's like in my body right now. He says, I don't have really bad man boobs. He's like, they weren't turning down or anything like that. He said they just weren't like up here. So he didn't have like a whole lot of pecs. He's talking about having like, he had a dad bod, but he totally had a dad bod, but he was still a fit dad, in the same way.
Yeah.
He says that he wasn't like, okay, let's just read. He's not a Texas dad bod. Those are like, honey, get out the pork roast, stuff like that. He says that tennis shoes and shorts. I know. So what about her now? He says he wanted to build a life with you, but he also says it wouldn't have worked. You guys were like fire and ice. You guys were like fire and ice. He loves you. He appreciates you. It's interesting. This is almost like a little bit of a different viewpoint from last time. I think that maybe because he's higher vibe, because he's talking very logically, and he's saying how if y'all would have stayed together all the way, that both of y'all wouldn't have had a chance to expand or grow, you know?
Yeah, I can get
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah, but he loves you. Um, hmm, he likes your body.
Mm.
Um, I'm just again because remember we're in the middle area, so we feel those feelings. Um, wait, doesn't your daughter have a pet? Don't you have a dog though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about getting her another one. And I go, she doesn't need one. We don't need another one.
don't
Have
need
you thought
another one.
about? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not the more the merrier. It's the more shit you have to pick up when they poop on your rug. Like, no. Um, we didn't get a fish. We went all the way with a dog. One. What about it? When are they moving? So apparently y'all are settled here right now, obviously. But what is up with, tell me, what does that mean? He's talking about transferring and moving schools. But y'all are settled here. That would be like the worst thing to do that. Are y'all like looking to move and like resettle?
Maybe.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. He's like, he says, yeah, something about upheaving, moving, and I'm like, but they're settled here. He goes, no, no, no. And then it's all a mess. He's like, the transferring of schools, the doing this, and I was like, well, why would we do this? And he says that. Okay, so you're in the suburbs right now. You live in the
Uh,
suburbs.
no. Well, not
Weird.
really.
Okay, he talks about getting out of the city and like going to the suburbs, but you don't live in the city right now. So it's like, do we live in the
No, I'm
suburbs?
in the country.
You are in the country. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. He's talking about getting out into the country. So I was like, what? So you are in the country right now? Hold
Yeah.
on. But what? What do you mean by that then? So it would almost be. It wouldn't be almost like a choice to move. It'd be in this like you have to. But why?
Probably to get away from my ex.
Well, you're not going to get rid of him. Sorry. This one's going to come with you. He's your pocket pet. Okay.
Oh, he's been with me for a
FYI.
long time.
I know. Yeah, he says like it's a necessity for comfort, and that's why I was like, but you're not defaulting on rent. You're not doing anything like that. Like that's what I was looking for. Yeah, and it's not
Nope.
that. He says that weird, but the ex, do we have a fear that he would show up with a gun?
Do you have what?
Do we have a fear that he would show up with a gun?
He's not, I don't think a gun, but I do have a fear of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there is a weird stalker
Yes.
feeling,
Yes.
okay, that goes on. But maybe it's just because I'm from the hood in Houston, so I automatically know that. I'm just letting you know, gun violence is just my whole language. Y'all don't know that I'm thug nasty, but I am. Don't get me in a fight. But what happens? Texas ghetto. But he's talking about this guy showing up. He shows them is this big, just dark shadow, like a black shadow, and then he talks about having something that could hurt you. And I'm like, okay, are you just telling me a worry? Or are you telling me like this can happen or would happen, right? He says that he goes, I'll do anything to protect you. And I'm like, stop it. So he's like trying to be, he's talking about like punching him with a shadow, and I'm like, you can like totally. So this guy totally understands that he's dead. He understands what's going on. I think by you will start. Watch out for November of this year.
Okay.
Okay, watch out for November or around. I would even say October, November. I don't know why. He just showed me a symbol for like locking a door. So if you don't lock your doors, lock your doors. But I bet
Okay.
you do because I do, right? But just be aware.
Okay.
Hold on. It could be scary. I'm not saying nobody gets murdered. That's not the feeling that goes along here. But tell me about. Okay, with the sister over here, this is not anything derogatory. I'm just asking. Did you not finish college yet or something?
No.
That's the whole reason why she's living with me, because she dropped out.
I'm not laughing at you about that. I'm laughing about what he said. He goes, and her. I know it's getting to be closing time. He says, tell her, go back to college. Go back to school. I don't care. She needs to go back. And I know it. That's why I was like, what? And he says that, he says something about, he goes, go and do something like that. And I was like, she does do something. What do you mean? He's just giving you hell. He says that I don't want to be used for the system. Well, of course you're not, but you got to. So it's like they keep talking about that, but it's like I want you to own your own business. And again, like going into that, but like really sit down and brainstorm. Yeah, her. Like
Yeah, that's what I keep telling her.
yeah, that's what he keeps saying. Listen to her. She's smart as a tack. That's what he's saying. He says, I wish I would have listened to her. He's going back and forth. So tell me about her. Don't make relationships your number one hobby. Do you see where it got me? That's what he said. Just that. He says a great kid and a death sentence. Like it's a whole thing. Like I just want to let you know that this guy is so funny and he watches you. He says, what? Think you leave your towel on the floor for too long or something in the bathroom or after you take a shower.
Literally have a towel on the floor right now.
Oh, do you really? He just said, and pick up your towels. That's all he said. And that's why I was like, okay, I'll tell you that. That's odd. I've never had anybody yell, pick up your towels before. He said that it's because he's in your room with you. He's in your house with you. Tell me
Yep.
about, isn't it weird? Isn't it odd? I forgot how much I like this guy. So tell me what. You're not ready to go up with God yet. No, that's not a thing yet. He says, like, I'm ready to make amends. He's like, I think I'm doing pretty well at this stuff. I'm ready to go up with God. And I'm like, oh, okay. Are you going to? And he's like, no, like I owe it to her. Like I gotta be here for this, which means again, going in with your daughter. He says that by 18, mom, she'll be fine. Interesting. So I feel like obviously we're gonna do a lot of growth. It'll be okay. We're gonna get better. Is that the daughter?
Nah, it's my other daughter.
That's a daughter. Oh, okay. He goes, oh, the daughter. And I was like, what about the daughter? Okay, so she's here too. Okay, hold on. None of them listen to you anyways. That's what he says. He says that like in a funny way. He likes that one. He says, is
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
he
one
would
that
like
just
that
came
one.
in is that one younger than this one over here? That's on the floor? This is her. Oh, she is younger. Oh, okay. Oh, look. Okay. Oh, we got him all. He says, oh, okay. I love it. He goes, yeah, this one you're talking to is younger than this one over here. You got to see him. They're all in a line. Like he's just saying, he says that. Tell me.
I'm
Wow,
5.
odd. I know. I think you're amazing at 5. Wait, what? So she's like, does she help more now? She helps more now, this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She says she'll talk back, but she helps more now. So cool. Says that she's like, there's always an excuse. There's always the what? He says that what? He says, tell her I love her. Tell her I'm watching her from the sidelines. So watching you, watching y'all's kid together. He wants you to get a big closet, a really big closet. Do you have a mirror on your door, on your closet door?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. He's standing in front of this closet door and he shows me his reflection and he says, the next place she needs a big closet, a really big closet, one for like a really big mirror, not just this one on the door. And I go, okay, so he's in your, how odd, right? I know, and your sister-in-law is like, what is going on? She's like, there is a dead person. Well, yeah, they're everywhere. Hold on. Does this one right here, the 5-year-old, does she slam her door?
Yeah, she's literally playing with the door right now.
Oh, he goes, and all he goes say, I said, so what else? He goes, don't slam that door. That's all he said. And so that's why I was like, what? She's playing with the door. That's why. He says that. See, I'm here. I can talk. I can talk. What?
Then don't slam the door.
Don't slam the door. What? Y'all all had like, did y'all all get like food to go? Did you get takeout tonight or did you like bring it home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. He says like this one over here, the sister, she likes to eat, or the one sitting next to you likes to eat things that are different or like doesn't like to eat part of the family or something. I don't know. It's like something extra. I have
That's
no
literally
idea
what
what it
happened.
is. Really? Okay, yeah. She goes like this. He goes, see, he said, what else do you want to know? He goes, they had takeout. They brought it home. Oh yeah, all the bags, blah, blah, blah. He says, but this one over here, she's hard. She's hard. She don't want to eat what everybody else wants to eat. She just wants to do something different. I want to be special, you know? And I was like, oh, okay. So he knows.
I forgot how funny it was.
He is. He's very funny. He says, put that nose down, Toodaloo. Like he's just messing with you. And I'm like, it's okay. Mine's up too. Don't worry about it. Yours isn't up at all. What? What? Gotta get some new furniture by the time these kids do in your couch. So maybe it's like getting a sag in it somewhere. We're just gonna leave that there. You like everything nice, you like everything perfect. He says that did like the 5-year-old break a glass or like a plate yesterday or like the day before or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're gonna leave that because you have plastic dishware as well, correct? For them?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's just leave that there. There's something he just showed me. I don't know if it was like a small plate or if it was a cup, a glass. Doesn't make any sense why we're giving a 5-year-old. But then he goes, hoopla. And so just if it randomly breaks like tonight or tomorrow morning, just be like, he's talking about it. Please email me when that does, because I won't be surprised. What? He's gonna co-parent with you. He loves you. He's here.
Aw,
He's not nearly as heavy.
good.
Yeah. Does she fall asleep with you in here, like watching shows or something?
Yeah, we watch TV in here all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay. I go, so what are you gonna do tonight? He goes, well, I'm gonna go to bed with her. He goes, and you know what? I'll just snuggle on down in the middle of these two. He goes, while they're watching shows. He goes, another one's gonna show up in here though too. He goes, so I'm gonna have to do it a little bit more.
Yeah,
And
because
he-
the little one will come back in here too.
See? Yeah, so he's gonna be with you.
Yay,
Okay.
good.
I love you. Oh, thank you for letting me read you. I'm so I love him. I love you. He's in a better place. He's well,
Good.
like emotionally, mentally. I don't know what I think you were doing all that above, but like he was able to talk about it right last time. He was able to do stuff. He was able to release stuff. And now he's still, here. But he's able to do it a lot more light. Like this feels like a very different person. from what he
Yeah.
was before too.
Yeah.
So obviously I have one more session I gotta go to though too. But do you have any questions for me at all? Yours is like by far my favorite of the day. Do you have any questions for me at all?
I don't.
Okay,
Thank
if
you so
think
much.
of anything, you're welcome. Okay, if you think of anything, like I was saying, or if you need me, email me. Got
Okay.
it?
I will.
All right. I love you, honey.
Love you.
Bye, all.
Bye.